Mike Stockton joins us inside the Cardinal Playbook. Welcome, Coach. Big weekend for you at Bellarmine this weekend, winning 3 out of 4. Tell us about your team at Bellarmine.
Well, we really hadn't done much different than we have the first handful of games in the year. We just had a couple of clutch hits. We played great defense. We pitched the ball well. And we had some timely hitting, and that was all the difference.
Yeah, your starting pitching has been great. Could you talk about your starters Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, we had we shut them out on Sunday. They didn't score a run in 2 ball games,
wow,
which is pretty impressive. But game 1 was David Collins, and he went pitch for pitch with their guy up until the 8th inning. I mean, it was shutout baseball until the 8th inning of game 1. And then we made an error, and that kind of blew the game open. But we were right there to win the first game. And then game 2 was Preston Felgate, and Preston pitched a fabulous game as well. And our offense kind of got clicking a little bit. We scored a run early, which I think relaxed us and then allowed us to have a good rest of the weekend. And then on Sunday, we pushed our game time up 3 hours. We started at 9 a.m. And it was pretty cold out there, but we were trying to get in the games before the weather. They were predicting ice and snow and sleet and rain, so we started early. Yeah. So I mean, we're totally used to that. So we started about 3 hours early, and thank goodness we got the games in because we came out winning both games. So it was great.
Who are your starters on Sunday?
Starters on Sunday, game 1 was Drew Matrician, and he just pitched a fabulous ball game for us. He got into trouble a couple of times. Runners on third with no outs, or a runner on third with 1 out, and I mean, he just pitched masterfully to get out of those jams. And then and we gave him some nice run support that game. And then in game 2 on Sunday, Billy Kirkpatrick threw a shutout, and then Blaze Carano picked up the save on game 2 on Sunday.
He got 2 saves, I guess, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. And as a senior, what does he bring to the team?
Oh, he brings a lot of attitude, a lot of energy. He has his quirks about him, but he's fun to be around, and it's hard to be down around the guy. He's got great energy, and he's passionate about the game, and I think that rubs off on the rest of the players, and he's just been awesome for us.
How about Preston Felgate? There's a kid that maybe a lot of people don't recognize. Tell us a little bit about him, if you would.
Yeah, Preston is someone that almost didn't play college baseball coming out of high school. I went and watched him play in the state tournament his senior year, and he was a left fielder and a pitcher, and really kind of pitched out of the bullpen a little bit, and wasn't quite sure if he wanted to play college baseball. And when I watched him throw in the state tournament, I was like, this is a kid that could really be good.
Right.
You know, he's got a great frame. He was tall and skinny, left-handed, and had some decent velocity. And so I went to work on getting him to want to play college baseball, and it's worked out pretty well for us because he's just been great the last couple of years.
How about Billy Kirkpatrick? Again, another one that we're not maybe real familiar with.
Yeah, Billy's a sophomore, and Billy's just a worker. You don't hear about Billy a lot because he's just not going to say much. But when you watch us practice baseball, it doesn't take long to see who one of the hardest workers is on the team, and it's Billy. He just puts his nose to the grindstone and just starts working. And I think sometimes Billy, he just imposes his will on the hitters. He doesn't have the most dominating stuff, and maybe, the physical tools aren't as what some of our other pitchers are, but I think he gets up on that mound and he just imposes his will on the other team, and it's pretty awesome to watch him perform. And the other thing about Billy is he has an incredible ability to sustain effort. When we're practicing and the pitchers are running or working or conditioning, this kid is going as hard on the 50th one as he did on the first one. He just has a real uncanny ability to sustain intensity, and I think that definitely translates into the games for him.
You got to love those kind of kids.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about defense, because Brian Razin has been injured, and I guess he has tried to play a couple of times. What's his status right now?
Well, Brian had knee surgery and was cleared to play. He had it back in December and was cleared to play about 10 days ago. And so we put him back in the lineup, and sure enough, after a couple of at-bats, he was sprinting down the line on a ground ball, and it has nothing to do with his knee. He pulled his quad muscle. And so that has set him back a little bit, but we're hopeful that he's going to get into the game today.
Okay.
And then another player that's been injured for us, Jared Patton, he actually got his first at-bats last weekend in Kentucky, and we had him in the DH role. And he did exceptionally well for not having picked up a bat for a long time, being able to swing with the broken wrist.
Yeah,
and he came out immediately and swung the bat well, had a couple of hits, and today he's going to catch for us.
Okay, I was going to ask you if he's played defensively. You have been so excited about the play of your outfield, and could you talk a little bit about those guys?
Yeah, they just continue to do well. Defensively, we're extremely solid. I mean, when the ball's up in the air, you feel great that it's going to get caught, even if it's in the gap or, a shallow Texas leaguer. I mean, those guys are covering a lot of ground out there. They all have strong arms. They're accurate arms. They're kids that anticipate, and they back up bases well. And I mean, they've been good. And then the other thing about our outfield positioning is that we have depth as well. We have Jesse Gray and Sam Thomas. So we have 5 good outfielders that, if something happens at any time, these guys can step in and play for us.
A midweek single game against Northwest Missouri State this weekend. Southern Indiana comes in for a 4-game set. Not long ago, they were the national champions. How good are they this year?
Well, I haven't looked a lot into what they've done. I know they have a winning record, and I know that they swept Drury the first day. Now, I didn't check.
Yeah, they were canceled on the second day.
Yeah, they were canceled, and I believe they were trying to make it up on Monday, and I just haven't looked. But, we're going to take every opponent that we play like they're good, and we want to go into every contest that we're the underdog and, just play hard as we can and worry about us and try not to focus on the opponent. And we feel like if we play our style of baseball, that on the other end we're going to come out where we want to be.
Saturday at noon is the scheduled starting time for the first of the 2 doubleheaders, Saturday and Sunday, both at noon. And it will be your home opener, as it turns out. You haven't had a chance to play at home yet, so let's hope the weather stays dry. It's supposed to be cool in the 40s, but it'll be a good dry day to play, we hope.
Yep, we're definitely excited to be able to play at home. We haven't, not only have we not played a home game, we haven't practiced we haven't practiced on a baseball field yet this year.
No kidding. Wow. Well, I hope you get that in this week, and we hope the games stay as scheduled. You can check our website for updates. Thank you, Mike. I know you've got to go. And coming up next inside the Cardinal Playbook is Dustin Combs, the head softball coach at William Jewell College.